Hello everybody, welcome back to metal detecting for coins and junk. Today we're going to be detecting on a piece of property that I've been coming to for about, I guess, 3 years, maybe this is my third year. I haven't come in here in quite some time since the pandemic started and everything, but I decided to come back today. I called the people that own the place and told them, asked them if I can come back, and they said sure and have fun. So since I was here last time, I had detected an old house sitting out here in this field right behind me, and they had torn it down and buried it. So I've come back and found I have come back to find where it was I had stood, and we're going to detect it and see what we can find. Well, I'm getting a 25 right here. Hadn't even gone hardly out into the. I'm gonna cut my sensitivity down a little bit, about 20. Had it cranked up full blast. Try this again. Well, let me get adjusted here. I'll be right back. So this whole place right here was right in this area, I think. No, I'm out a little bit too far out still, but this house. Oh, I see where it was at now. So we're going to walk on up to it here just in a minute. We're just approaching the old cellar hole right up here. I haven't really, I've been getting some iron signals. Nothing really exciting. But anyway, so I'm just kind of found some deer poo right here. You see it right there. Where was it? Might have stepped out. Yeah, right there it is. Some more. So anyway, deer tracks everywhere. But I'm gonna adjust my camera back now. Right here is where this house used to stand. Some of the flowers that was around it, these lilies, were everywhere around it. And you can see right up in here that it's starting to come back up. Right here some more. So anyway, it's a real good deer hunting place, I know that. This is getting got something. It's not real deep. It's hitting the 15. Could be a nickel. Alright, I was getting a pretty good strong signal right here. 11, 12, 13, 15. So it's not very deep. So let's dig down, see what it is. Dig us a plug. And see what happens. This is a good place to detect. I don't know how long this field has been opened up for years, but you know, I see somebody easing in with a vehicle, wondering who I am, I guess. Anyway, the people that's next door told me just come back in here, hunt, detect, and okay, I'm back. Telephone ringing. It was our friends at the pharmacy calling me about a prescription. And sometimes they hit you up at the most inopportune time, you know. So, anyway, let's see what we've got. I don't know what it is. I see it right here, but it looks like a piece of aluminum pipe in here and some shards. So I found, last time I was here, I found right much of this aluminum. Looked like an old TV antenna probably, but here's another one. Now, that is a root. Okay. See if there's anything else here. I'm going to adjust you. Well, there's something else in here. And, you know, who knows what you'll find in here. Still digging for it. What is it? Where is it? Who is that? Is that it? Was that it? No. It's here somewhere. It's here somewhere. Come on, be here. What is it? Could it be a cool thing? Aha! Wouldn't you know it? It's a dang pull tab with a root through this thing. Ain't that cool? All the things fine. Isn't that neat? Look like one of those old beaver tail pull tabs. I don't know, I don't think it come off of a pop can. Oh, here we go. Don't think it come off of a pop can, but maybe Mr. Goodwrench or something. I don't know. Anyway, that root had gone all the way through that sucker. Isn't that cool? I'm getting a reading of between 17 and 20. I'm thinking it's a dime or something. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to find out here just in a second. I get it dug up, I'll get back. Well, I'm getting a reading of 24, 23, and between 20 and, well, I'm getting it all over the place now. Could be some can slaw. Could be 10. I know this place was loaded with lots of old trash and junk. This is about the spot where the back porch used to be. Could be another penny. Well, I'm getting a reading. Alright, folks, just flip this plug over. Let me adjust this, and I got me a piece of, it's either a plow or a piece of wood stove. I'm going to think it's a plow. Yeah, it's a V plow. I found several of these, not quite like this one, but it's a nice implement to dig up. But last time I was in this area, general area, found a real nice axe head. So anyway, that's our first target right here. That was worth talking about. And these old plow points are all everywhere. I found them several times. On another farm, especially on another farm that I was digging a while back. Yep, right there's attachment hole. So nice little find. Nice little find. Okay. all over the place here. It may be a can. I'm anywhere from 6 to 35. It could be 10 where this old house was. Anyway, we'll bypass that one. I don't think it was going to be much of anything to talk about. But yeah, this old house, this is about where the back porch used to be, and there was a well right in this area here somewhere, and I suppose they covered it up. Here's another pretty good signal. It's hitting on a 14. Let's see, 14 right there. Now I've lost it. $13, $14, $12. It could be, who knows what it could be. Don't look like it's real deep, but let's dig it. See what it is. Man, it's going to be pretty today. The doggone sun's out this morning. Yesterday it was raining like cats and dogs, and I was really wanting to come out here and do some detecting. And couldn't. Then on top of that, on top of everything, I started getting some really bad pains. Started getting some real bad pains in my belly. I turned my camera around. And about 9 o'clock last night, I had to go to an emergency room. And bad lower belly pains. And to where it doubled me up. And after 2 hours in the emergency room, doctor finally come up with a long-term, long-worded problem I was having that was attached to my intestinal area. But said it'll correct itself, and he gave me some pain pills. Said it'll correct itself in about 2 weeks. So anyway, after all that and sleeping in this morning, I made the decision to get out here in the sunshine and have some fun in life. So anyway, here I am. Dung was loaded with hair, and I'm just about to say this is coyote dung. You notice how all the hair is in. He's been eating squirrels or voles or rodents, maybe some deer hair in there, but it's dried up. It's not fresh. I wouldn't be picking it up, but anyway, a little bit of coyote around here. Now I had to go back to the car and get my handle for my GoPro here, but anyway, as I was saying about the coyotes, the landowners tells me they hear these yotes a lot, and can't never get any shots at them. I believe I could lure them in though. some way or another, or trap them or something. But they are everywhere in this part of the country. And back where we used to deer hunt at, I know I've shot 3 or 4 out of one season one year. So so you know, it's amazing what's out here in the woods anymore. But we are inundated with coyotes. Okay, back to digging. Well, I'm getting a signal right here of 14 and a 15 right here. Could be a nickel. Be nice if it was a V nickel or something. I'm getting some iron signals in right here. Right about here. Right about here somewhere. So let's grab the old shovel. Sorry, camera work. And just see what happens. I was watching Aqua Chigger. Let me turn this camera around. I was watching Aqua Chigger this morning, and he had one of his videos had tethered his detector to his belt, and made it a whole lot easier to keep up with. So I decided to do that this morning. And sure enough, tethered it to my belt with a piece of cord. I'll think of the word of it in a minute. But anyway, it was a piece of cord, and then tied it to a carabiner and hooked it to my belt. And it does keep you from having to bend over so much. Pick up your detector. So good idea, Aqua Chigger. Thanks for the idea. So I'll show you what I did with it. I just, right there it is, paracord, that's the word. And saves a whole lot of bending over, unnecessary picking up. Okay, back to the dig. Alright, just dug a hole. I was getting between 13 and a 15. I was thinking it might be a nickel or something, but anyway, kept chasing this thing around. It looks like it's some kind of a nail that was nailing down some of the tin, or I don't know, it's got a head on it, but it's so bad, and it looks like it has a washer of some sort. I was thinking it might have been on the roof. So, but it's an oldie, been burnt. Has another piece on the end. So I'm not sure what this is for or what it is, but anyway, it's another fine piece of metal. Now, the same hole here, I'm still getting a 14, 15, between 11 and 15. And it's got my curiosity what's in it. And it seems to be pretty deep, so we're going to keep digging. Anyway, we'll see. Well, at that same hole, I just picked up a octagon, hexagon nut. So a small one. So right here it is. That was on a bolt or something, you know, some kind of a small. It was coming, I think, at about a 14. So anyway, I'll check it out here. Alright, I just run my coil back over that little old doohickey. Let me take my glove off so you can see a little bit better. Dirt. And need to clean out the inside of it, but it registered between 19 and 22. So a little piece of metal. All I know, you know, is a little old nut that went on a threaded rod or something, or the low bolt. So anyway, right there it is. That's what I found. Well, I'm going to take me a break here for a second. I was going to use another camera and go to a 2-camera method, one on a tripod and then my GoPro. I'm using a little old Sony on my tripod for long shots and other frames, and use this for my up close stuff and while I hunt. So hopefully it'll work out. I didn't get to use my Sony. I just did my intro with it, and I'll probably do the end of this video, doing basically most of my video with this GoPro and my whole Hero 5 or 10 or whatever the heck it is. But anyway, didn't work out. I got over here and had set my camera up on my tripod and my Sony, and dadgummit, the battery was about shot. So anyway, don't have much camera life on it, so I guess I'll take it home after a while and charge her back up, and that won't happen again. So anyway, back to a single camera. Well, let's get back to detecting and see what else we can dig up. Alright, I'm getting a pretty good signal right here, hitting 15, or between a 14 and 16. So I think we're going to dig this one. So we'll be back with you here shortly. Well, that 15 turned into a, looks like a pipe fitting, end of a pipe or a piece of pipe or something that might have been on a farm equipment. It's been in there a long time. The metal has really rotted down. I guess you could say rotted down, and starting to flake out and corrode, but it's been in there a long time. So anyway, a good target though. This one coming at a 15, 14, 15. 14, 15. Piece of iron, I guess. Okay, another item out of the ground. Well, right at the moment, I'm just sort of randomly hunting around, trying to locate something around this area. It looks like, now these little old jonacles, or whatever you want to call them, daffodils, are popping up everywhere here. And I'm, you know, possibly, there's a nice signal. And pop it up. So I'm sort of hoping for a little old garden area right here. So let's is a shallow one too. It's hitting at 22, 21, 22. That's pretty solid. So let's dig this one. Be right back. Well, you know, dadgummit, I ain't dug one of these up in a long time, and but wasn't that far under. But it sure popped out just as soon as I pulled the plug, and lo and behold, it's my old friend the pop can. Right there it is. Looks like an old Pepsi can. Coming in at 21, 22. It was laying there. You know, right there's one of those pull tabs I pulled earlier. And I think it's a Pepsi can. Let me clean it up here for a second. I'll tell you for sure. Okay, you know, I just dug this thing up again. And cleaned it up just a touch. I wasn't sure what it was when I signed off a few minutes ago, but it looks more like an ultralight, maybe a beer can. Bush, yeah, beer can. So anyway, right there it is. It registered between 21 and 22. I believe that's what I said on video. And anyway, another Einhauser Busch product. As I walk, you know, while I was walking back to the road, I really noticed a lot of deer sign in here. Right here at my truck, got a tree stand. Turn that around so you can see it, but little box stand that the landowner built. And he said that he has killed several deer out of it. Of course, there's my old truck. And Jim Dandy place to kill a deer. And anyway. Well, I think I'm going to relocate from this old house area, and I'm gonna, you know, of course, sweep the ground with my detector as I go. But I'm gonna walk down this road along this fence line, heading back to the truck to get me a drink of coffee or some water. Take me a 5-minute break, and then we're gonna continue down the fence line along this road bed, see what we can find. All right, we had a pretty good time detecting around this old place, and but you know, I found a few iron pieces. Never could find any more coins around it. Did find a penny that was by 1946, some time ago. So, but anyway, didn't find anything other than just iron implements. Now we're going to go down to another location on the same farm that an old house used to stand, and I'm going to go walk down there and see if I can find it. I'm going to also detect while I walk down on this old road bed and see what we can find. Well, I'm going to work my way down the hill here along this road bed and along this field and this fence line, see what we can find. On down the hill in the woods there's another house site. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to it today or not, but however, it can be something in the future. But right now, the only thing I'm going to do is just kind of walk around here and explore a little bit. Folks that owns this place had told me there was another house. Let me turn the camera on. Another house back over in that area, down in the woods kinda. And then back over this way there's another old house. down in the holler. So I've got several opportunities. Didn't find much on this other house this go round. Few, a nail or two, and that nut, that one plow implement, and then what was that I found my last dig, whatever it was, found that one piece. So anyway, we're going to do some exploring a little bit. 14. Okay, I remember what I found a few minutes ago. Now I'm losing my mind. It must be the age thing. A beer can. So anyway, that was it. Could be another beer can hitting the 15 again, or it could be a piece of Jerry. I doubt it out here. More than likely it'd be a piece of beer can, aluminum pop can. Boy, this would be a good place to hunt. Some of their kinfolk here on this farm also do a lot of turkey hunting. I understand they're loaded with turkeys, and whoa, 29? Where did I just see that at? Oh, battery's getting low on this detector. So, oh well, all things like they say shall come to pass, all good things. What I'm looking for right now is where this house used to be, and I shall return. Might be tomorrow, who knows. Anyway, now I've been here several times, but I never have ventured back into this area here. And landowners kept telling me why not. I was just trying to concentrate on that first house up there, trying to find what I could find. And found some stuff, not a lot, but a lot of trash in there. Real trashy. Need to get me another coil, smaller coil, and get in there. But I did find a penny, a 1946 penny though, up there, so that's awesome. So I can't say I'd come out empty-handed. pretty in here. I'll turn you around so you can see it. Isn't that a nice place right there? Be a good place to lay down and take a nap. Or whatever. Come on a picnic or go camping or something. Just chill out. Awesome. Well, I think I found where this house used to stand. Old piece of tin right here. And I'm seeing a lot of, I've been cutting my detector off for a moment. I'll save some battery. But finding old pieces of tin and things laying on the ground here. It could have been hauled in here, but I believe this is a jim dandy spot for the house to be. Something just tells me it was right up here. And we're going to come right up here and investigate this area here. Boy, it's a pretty place though. Nice, pretty place. Brick, anything. Looks like it's kind of got an impression here where a house might have sat at one time. A lot of flowers, daisies, whatever you want to call them, buttercups. But anyway, I can just find some brick, or here's Cody's track. Looks like this. Might have been some foundation rock in here. There's some charred wood right here. Someone might have camped here, or might have been part of that old house. But something tells me a house sit right in this area here. Here's another piece of old tin right there. So sorry for the rough jostling of the jerking around my camera. Well, there's a lot of tin laying around here that giving off high signal, registering about anywhere from a 28 to a 30 big sheets of tin. That was for the roof. And anyway, throwing out high signals for me. There's a walnut tree right here. Walnuts laying on the ground. Right here's a lot of these daffodils I was talking about. It's coming up. Jonicles, or whatever you want to call them. But they're usually the first thing that comes up in the spring and blooms. About another few weeks, they've already started bursting open. There's one right there. That field up there where we were at earlier will be just absolutely loaded with them. And that was around that old house. So anyway, here's a piece of slate or china or something. Looks like a piece of china. Old china. So remnants of a house. Someone used to live here. Pretty place to live, I know that. Pretty place to live. Cool. Just found someone's trail cam right there on the tree. If you see it, look real hard and see. I know what he's watching. He's watching this area right here. See those spots underneath this tree is where a buck was coming in, a buck deer, and what do you call it? A scrape. Just a really good spot to kill a good buck. But they just trying to get a good glimpse of him. So should be a tree stand or a blind around here somewhere. So, but yeah, old buck's been coming in here and pawing and rubbing. Takes his orbital glands and he chews on those limbs, the low hanging limbs there, and urinates in that spot, leaves his mark. Then a doe will come along and she'll smell him and urinate in it and then hang around for him. So that's the way that works. But yeah, that trail cam there, that's probably. Just found another piece. I'm pretty sure I'm at the house site right here. So found this. It's like an old bed spring, pieces of it. So we'll pick this up, take it out. Looks like it's a piece of porcelain right here I just found. Looks like the handle of some kind of a little doodad or a coffee cup or something. This general area. I see someone's trail cam right there, watching for the critters are coming up through here. But now I'm coming up on a flat spot here. That kind of makes me think the person would drive in here and get out of the car and park it right down below the old house. House sitting up there on the hill. If we could find the steps or any stairways or anything, that'd be awesome. But just kind of makes me think that, you know, it's a possibility someone had parked the car in here at one time. There's a good signal. 27. So possibly a coin. Let's dig it. See what happens. Well, I was getting a pretty strong signal a few minutes ago. And had to dig a little bit and get my pin pointer out to find what it was. But anyway, in this one hole is just a piece of tin. I guess that's what it is. It might be now it looks maybe a lid off for some kind of a little box or something. But along with it in the same hole is a piece of window glass or clear type of glass. It might be a jar. It's got curvature to it. So then we're going to recheck the hole right quick and see if we get any more signals out of it. Anyway, well, we're definitely in a place where people used to live. Here's an old mason jar laying on the ground, and there's another one right down there. Kind of looking at this area here, it looks like a cornerstone of some sort, or for a walkway or something, walking stone. So anyway, well, I've been out here 2 or 3 hours, and I found this old house place down here, and I'm going to come back a few days, maybe next weekend, I don't know, and do some more detecting around. Got some, it could be a good place. There's a lot of broken glass and lots of tin, but potentially it could be good. Definitely found where the house was at. A lot of charred wood where it had burnt down. I think landowner told me that it had burnt down some time ago. So I'm gonna be heading back to the truck and call it quits for today. And detect on my way out. So I'll see you when I get back to the truck, and I may go home and get me something to eat. I'm hungry. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what we found today, and we're gonna wrap things up. Okay, we're doing our wrap up this time. At this time, on our first house, I found a plow implement, this collar for a pipe of some sort, 2 rusty nails. I'm thinking this was in the tin roof, and this one had a looks like a washer around it. I also found this stick growing through this pull tab, and it's an old one too. And I also found a nut off of a, looks like some kind of threaded rod or something, or some kind of a tool or whatever. And then my last hole at the first house was a Bush, Anheuser-Busch can. It fooled me, it come up a 23. Now on my second house, I found it, well, got there, I finally found it, and it had been burnt down. There was a lot of charred wood or laying around, a lot of rocks, and an awful lot of tin for the roof. So anyway, it was tough trying to detect this, and I was running out of time, batteries on my camera and everything, plus me. So I'm gonna go back. But anyway, what I found was these old bed springs. Found some china pieces and broken glass. Found this piece of wire. Some more tin that was charred, a tobacco pouch, and then I found this little handle, looked like it might have come off a little china set or tea set or some sort, might have been for a kid or something. And on my last hole, I dug up, one of my last holes, I dug up this piece of tin in a piece of clear glass. It looks like it come off of like a mason jar or something. So anyway, it was a pretty good day for hunt. So I enjoyed it.